Hi, my name is Nicole Barker and I am a Gold Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my Plexus journey. Now, I am an attorney by trade, but I decided to stay home with my little boy who is almost 6 when he was born. So I've been a stay-at-home mom for a little while, and some events happened about a year ago in November of 2014 that really changed things for me. In 2014, in November, I was struck with shingles. It attacked my face. I had the itchy red rash along with extreme nerve pain that ran down along the side of my face. It was horrific. I had never experienced pain to this degree, and the only things that could help take the edge off were anti-seizure medication and some pain medicine. And while those could take a little of the edge off, the pain was still there. And then I was left feeling groggy and tired and really unable to do the things in my life that I needed to take care of my then 4-year-old son and 2-year-old daughter. About 6 weeks later, right at the end of 2014, I started to turn the corner. I felt that the nerve pain was starting to go away, the rash was subsiding, and I thought we were ready to move on with our lives. However, on New Year's Eve, I was in urgent care and found out that I had pneumonia. That was hard. I had been sick already for about 6 weeks, and I knew that I had another rough road ahead in recovery, but I had no idea what was in store for me. The pneumonia would not go away. Just as my wheezing and coughing would ease, they would take me off of the steroids, only to find it returning. And so I continued rounds of antibiotic, inhalers, steroids, cough medicine throughout the entire winter and spring. This also, suddenly I had asthma. I was having to use the inhaler even after the pneumonia left. I was also having a lot of stomach issues. I had had some IBS in the past, but that was aggravated. I suddenly had a dairy allergy and intolerance that was making life difficult to navigate around those foods. I was also having a lot of problems sleeping. I had battled with anxiety since my son was born, but it was becoming unbearable. I was having trouble sleeping, falling asleep, staying asleep, and when I woke up, I just felt as tired as when I went to bed. So that was a rough time for me. I had gone to many doctors. They were trying to find what was wrong with me, and I was really scared. Truthfully, I was worried that they would dig too deep, and I didn't want to know what they were going to find. And so I decided to take a chance, and a friend of mine from college had been posting about Plexus, and I decided that I was going to give it a shot. I ordered as an ambassador in the fall and did not tell my husband. I knew that he would just be skeptical and give me trouble about it, so I got my package and I started taking it on the sly. I started noticing some differences. I felt the energy. I didn't need those naps at 2, 3 o'clock, and I had become a coffee slave since the birth of my second child. I had never really drank caffeine, coffee, Cokes, anything to keep going in life until I had that second child, and I think that just rocked my world, and I really needed that extra energy. But I found that I was making my coffee and I wasn't drinking it, and I wasn't reaching it for it throughout the day. Then I started noticing my sleep was getting better. I started just feeling a lot more myself. Things started feeling clearer. I was waking up ready to start my day before the kids could even wake me up. I was putting them to bed at night, and I still had energy for the day to do household chores or spend some time with my husband. And those were nice, welcome changes. And then I realized I wasn't using my inhalers anymore. I wasn't needing my allergy medication. And my stomach issues had subsided. And everything started to feel normal. Now for me, as soon as everything got on track and my body was balanced, I was on the triplex, I started losing weight pretty quickly. Now, about a few months later, I'm down about 30 pounds. But the feelings that I have and the way that has improved my health is just so much greater than that. But around November 14th, I told my husband that I was ready to start sharing Plexus. It had done great things for me. By this time, I'd actually told him what had happened, and I had signed up for Plexus, and I was doing the products. And I told him that I really wanted to share with my friends because I wanted to get my whole family on the products. And if I could share with some friends and offset the cost a bit, then that would definitely be worth it. So I started with a trial and set up some of my friends, and I was amazed, completely blown away that in the next 2 weeks, my business exploded. And in those 2 weeks, one evening I was talking with my husband, and I told him that I had work to do on my business. And he turned to me and said, rather sweetly, but in his manner, that it was not a business quite yet, and that until I was making a substantial amount of money to contribute to our family, that it was going to continue to be a hobby. And so I asked him, what amount of money would make this, in your eyes, a bona fide business for me? So we talked a bit, and he said, okay, $1,000 a month, then I will say you have a business. That would make it worth it. Game on. And so at the end of those 2 weeks, when I found out my first paycheck for my Plexus hobby, I found out that I was more than a business to my husband. And so I sweetly called him and let him know that he could no longer call it a hobby and that I had started my very own business with Plexus. I was promoted very quickly to Silver Ambassador, which is the first rank advancement. And last month, I promoted to Gold. I have continued to have a lot of fun with this business. I thoroughly enjoy reconnecting with friends and just sharing what this journey has meant for me. I love all of the text messages and phone calls I get from happy customers and friends and loved ones that have really had their lives changed and enriched by the ability to have the energy to enjoy their families and having illnesses subside. And so I am really excited for you to explore Plexus and to find out what this could mean for you in your life. Thanks.